Hello and happy Tuesday. Today is October 27th, 2015. I'm Taylor Carter.
And I'm Kyle Root. Today we'll be recapping you on the PBR World Finals, which showcase the top 35 bull riders in the world. And we'll be updating you on all the strange weather that's been happening.
We will show you all about how the breast cancer walk went this weekend. We will also be taking a closer look at the recent teacher rallies, and we will have a very special guest tell us about his new job here at UNLV as an instructor.
We have an inside scoop on how some seniors feel about the upcoming graduation and on what to expect for the release of the new Star Wars movie. Studio G starts right now.
We have many events here at UNLV, but some are a little bit different than others. Brian Ortega takes a look at the event that took place over the weekend at the Thomas & Mack Center.
From basketball hardwood to a boot-kicking rodeo ground. From October 21st till the 25th, many of the people making their way to UNLV were doing so for the Professional Bull Riding Championships. The PBR is one of many bull riding circuits in the U.S., but no other organization matches the popularity or profitability of the PBR. This event acts as a tune-up before the major rodeo event of the season, and that is the National Finals Rodeo. These events are important to the Las Vegas economy for the relatively slow season in October and December. Each event lasts for about a week, the PBR for 4 days, the NFR for 10 days. These events are much more than just a rodeo. For the PBR event, there are special events at the two bars on the Strip with the names PBR Rock Bar. This will be the last year the PBR will host their premier event at the Thomas & Mack Center and will move to the bigger and much more grand Las Vegas Arena next year in 2016. The Cowboys will be back here in Las Vegas at the beginning of December for the National Finals Rodeo starting on December 3rd. For Studio G, I'm Brian Ortega.
Also, for the folks out there who like country wear, during the National Finals Rodeo, spectators can head on over to the Las Vegas Convention Center for the Cowboy Christmas Show, where you can buy your very own cowboy hat and maybe even some boots.
You might not have needed to break out your fall sweaters or even your warm blankets just yet. Reporter and weather girl Alexa Vita has the story.
It might be October here in Las Vegas, but it doesn't feel like the normal October weather. Let's go check out to see what some students have to say.
And I'm wearing a sweater or a sweatshirt, and it was really cold this morning, and now it's super hot, so it's really bipolar. I'm loving the October weather. It's nice to wear a light sweater and still be okay, and it's really nice to be out right now. Not too warm, not too cold.
80s and high 70s for the rest of the week is allowing those to enjoy the last week of October.
It could be global warming or some sort, I'm not sure.
In 1937, there was a record high of 90-degree weather here in the valley.
In Kansas right now, it's probably 60 degrees or so, but here, it's ridiculous.
Throughout the country, many states are not experiencing the same weather conditions and are having cooler fall temperatures.
It's unbelievably hot. I'm actually from Massachusetts, so by now I would be in absolute layers, but here is just really dreadfully hot.
At this point, I would say it's usually a little bit colder than it is right now, and usually rainy too.
Some people love the weather, while others...
I'm not a fan of it. I've lived here for 14 years now and I've never adjusted to the heat.
For Studio G, I'm Alexa Vita.
This is definitely the time of year that Las Vegans can get away with wearing a warm jacket and boots or shorts and a tank top. We now have Alexa Vita with our weather forecast. She'll be telling us what to expect today and what's coming up this week.
Hello, I'm Alexa Vita and welcome to the last week of October. I hope you guys all enjoy this nice warm weather we've been having and the 80-degree weather. So let's take a look. Currently it's 72 degrees out with the humidity at 22%. And then later today, the high will be 82 with only 5-mile-per-hour winds. So it's going to be a nice calm day with some nice warm weather. And then tonight it's going to be 61 degrees with only 4-mile-per-hour winds. So maybe you could take a nice walk outside and enjoy the cooler weather and just enjoy the night. And then let's take a look at the high for tomorrow. It's going to be 79 degrees with 5-mile-per-hour winds. So another great day to maybe wear a nice little sweater or maybe even a tank top, whatever you prefer. And then let's take a step back and look at the week. So on tomorrow, it's going to be 76 with a low of 59. Thursday will be 79 with 59 degrees at nighttime. Friday will be 79 with 60 degree for the low. And then Saturday, which is Halloween, will be 81, a nice warm day to celebrate, and the low of 59 degrees. And then Sunday, it's going to be 81 with a low of 61. Monday, 80 degrees with a low of 60. And on Tuesday, 76 with a low of 58. So it's going to be a nice warm week to celebrate Halloween. And don't forget to change your clocks back on Sunday, November 1st. Thank you. We'll now be taking a very short break, so don't go anywhere. Studio G will be right back.
Rap, hip hop, R&B too. I like to play like any new upcoming music, new albums, new mixtapes. I like to open up with maybe kind of like a hype song that gives people energy. Just play any type of good music and then give people like a rundown what's going on currently in hip hop. Just good vibes, good music. A lot of radio stations don't keep up with playing good music. So that's really the goal. This is Jalen Young on More Than Music Mondays. Check me out on the Rebel HD2.
Sunday evening jazz. I mainly play a lot of contemporary jazz music from the 1960s up until about 2012, 2013. When I go on, just explain who it was, the name of the song, the name of the artist, maybe the name of the album, their career. I just hope that everybody enjoys it and appreciate it for the kind of music it is and how great it is. My name is Sam and I host Sunday Evening Jazz on the rebelhd2.com.
Your community's farmers market. Welcoming, lively, friendly. A place where neighbors and friends come together to celebrate their community. With over 50 vendors, organic, sustainable, fresh produce are available just for you. Support and buy local at Fresh 52.
Welcome back to Studio G. According to the American Cancer Society, an estimated 1,690 women in Nevada will be diagnosed with breast cancer, and an estimated 380 will die from the disease this year. Monetary donations are always needed to help fund cancer research, and Studio G's Tracy Phillips attended an event that raises money for this very cause.
The American Cancer Society held its annual Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk this past weekend. More than 20,000 survivors, caregivers, and fundraisers came together Sunday to show their support. The event took place at the Red Rock Casino Resort and Spa. I caught up with a few UNLV students out to give their support to the cause.
We came to support because it was close to home and we felt that we wanted to help come do our part for the community.
I've had a lot of family members that have went through the cancer process, and I mean, it's great to support everyone that that's touched me, and I feel like giving back, and that's what I'm here to do.
The walk has been really fun. It's really awesome to see the Las Vegas community come together for such a really great cause and get to spend the day with our sisters. ZTA is partnered with the American Cancer Society, so we have fundraisers at school that we raise money and give to the American Cancer Society, so we thought it'd be great to come out and work the walk.
Money raised at the event will help fund breast cancer research and help provide free information and support for those touched by the disease. Men don pink shirts they would otherwise not wear, and women don tutus and tiaras for the walk. Supporters were able to write special notes to loved ones on a pink fire truck. It was a great event and a great turnout. For me, it meant something more. For Studio G, I'm Tracy Phillips.
If you would like more information on this event or future events, go to makingstrideswalk.org/LasVegasNV.
Teachers and parents are protesting at different schools around town in order to settle their contracts and help keep teachers from leaving their schools. Eddie Vargas has the story.
Teachers and parents continue to protest in front of schools across Las Vegas in order to draw attention to an issue the Clark County School District is currently facing.
The problem that we're having in the district is we're not able to retain new teachers, and also there's a lot of qualified teachers that aren't staying because of the conditions. We have high class sizes and low morale right now, and that's what we need to fix.
Last week marked the fourth week that teachers and parents have been protesting in front of schools around the valley, including Palo Verde High School. Over 1,000 teachers have been participating in planned demonstrations in order to inform the community that CCSD is not taking the necessary steps it needs to.
What we're trying to bring to the public's attention is the fact that over the course of the last 5 years, teachers in Clark County have had their pay frozen. We've also had no contributions to our health care in 8 years, unless you consider the $45 increase that we got 3 weeks ago. So it's been $45 in our health care benefits over 8 years. And, you know, it's getting hard for teachers out here.
Clark County officials say the district does not seem to have a problem with teacher retention. However, some teachers do not agree and will continue to send their message until they settle their contract and make retaining qualified teachers a priority. Reporting for Studio G, Eddie Vargas.
Hopefully the Clark County School District and our local teachers can come to an agreement and resolve this situation soon. We will now be taking a short break, and when we return, I'll be sitting down with soon-to-be instructor here at UNLV, Mr. Stephen Bigsby. Studio G, we'll be right back.
On your personality, and that's what my career is. It feels really incredible because I've been wanting to do something like this for my whole entire life since I was little.
I mean, it's an opportunity to express myself, get my voice out in public, and get heard for things that I feel strongly about.
This station helped me out a lot, gave me a lot of information I didn't know about a radio station in general.
I mean, it was really easy to get a show here. I took the classes and did the shadowing. They give you a lot of freedom to do what you like, and I feel like there's a lot of support in places you can get answers to.
It's just an incredible experience because I could take what I learned here and I could turn it into something more.
Revolt show. Pretty good show about, you know, just someone who will actually talk about UNLV the way an outsider might feel. We talk about current events, we talk about politics, try to take an offensive swing with it. Sometimes it's hit or miss, but and then we talk about, you know, the little things in life that everybody laughs about. And we are the Rebels and we are revolting. My name is Jameson Wilk and I run the Rebel and Revolt show, and you can tune in at therebelhd2.com.
My name is Walter from Deep Thought.
My name is Bruce Gill. I'm the host of La Alternativa.
Perfect Music Radio with me, Lily.
My name is Sam and I host Sunday Evening Jazz.
I am Rockin' Gemini.
This is Jalen Young on More Than Music Mondays.
And listen to us on the Rebel HD2.
Welcome back to Studio G. I have soon-to-be journalism instructor here with me, Mr. Stephen Bigsby. How you doing, Stephen?
Great. How are you?
Good, good. So you're new here on campus. We just started seeing you around. So how'd you get here?
I applied for a job. My wife was looking for work out here. She started a job at 2K Games, and then I got hired here. So we moved from North Carolina to Las Vegas.
How you liking it? Are you liking it out here? Or?
It's hot.
It's really hot.
It's hot and dry. It's very different from where I'm from. It's very humid in North Carolina and very green, and it's very brown and dry here. But I like it. I like it a lot. I'm having a lot of fun, and we're enjoying the area. So got a nice apartment, feeling good about it. So.
Oh, that's good. So have you got to explore the valley at all? Try some things out, or?
Not too much. We've been getting pretty settled. We've gone to the Strip a couple of times, and we did dinner at the Stratosphere place once to try it out. It was kind of expensive.
It's really expensive.
Yeah, other than that, not really a whole lot of getting out. We're gonna go to Red Rock Canyon, I think, next week. But yeah, we've got a few things on the list. got some family coming in town in the next few weeks, and I'm sure we'll do some more exploring then.
Yeah, Red Rock Canyon's awesome. Definitely, I recommend to get out there and try that out. But so, you're new here on campus. What do you plan on doing here?
Well, I plan on instructing and video editing, making some graphics, teaching you guys how to do some things here and there. So I'm going to be teaching Journalism 202 class next semester. So and that's beginning editing, beginning shooting, all that sort of stuff. So just for people who want to kind of dip their toe in it, see if this is something they'd like to pursue or continue with. So yeah, that's my plan. Just get as involved as I can. So.
All right, so for a student saying, hey, I might just sign up for 202 next semester, do you have any ideas what they can expect, or what would you tell them right now?
They can expect to learn how to use a camera, as far as I understand. Dr. Larson and I haven't quite talked about it 100% yet, but
yes.
Teach them how to edit a little bit in the Avid system, and kind of just, like I said, get their feet wet and just see if it's something that they'd like to continue doing. So.
Speaking of Avid, what are your thoughts on Avid? Is there, 'cause a lot of us here use it, and
everybody here uses it. It's a great system. I mean, I learned on Final Cut, I learned on Avid, and I learned on Adobe while I was in college. So I mean, it's really your personal preference. One is not necessarily better than the other, but it's kind of what you learn on is what you prefer.
So. Kind of give some of your career background. I know we have a lot of experience in editing, freelance editing. So
yeah, I graduated from UNC Greensboro, University of North Carolina Greensboro, with a media studies degree. Actually, it's the same kind of program there. I worked for the Durham Bulls baseball team, the Carolina Hurricanes. I did traveling sports production for ESPN3. I did graphics for them. I worked at a couple of TV stations in North Carolina, one in Winston-Salem, one in Raleigh. And yeah, I did master control, I've done editing, I've done graphics, I've done shooting, I've done a lot of things, so yeah.
Speaking of sports, we have John Castanino, who just came on the team here. Do you plan on working with him a little bit, or what's the plans with the sports broadcasting around here?
I think we're gonna work out some stuff, especially with the possibility of an NHL team coming here. John seems to think it's a pretty done deal, and I'm a huge hockey fan.
Same here.
Big Carolina Hurricanes fan, so they're not too good right now, but yeah. So once that starts getting together, I'll talk to John, and we'll go out and do some shooting and teach some students how to shoot and do some sports stories. That sort of thing.
That's pretty cool, because I know that they're doing a lot of signups for students that want to do this sports broadcast, and they have good signups. I mean, what can those students expect when they go out and work with John?
Well, I haven't gone out with John and worked with him, so I'm not sure what to expect either. John does a good job. He worked at Fox 8 or Fox 5. Sorry, Fox 5.
Different.
Yeah, he did sports over there, and so I mean, he's a valuable resource for questions. And as far as what I expect is just to go out and be helpful, shoot some cool stuff, put it together, and show it to the students here.
That's awesome. So, what made you want to come here and actually do like a university job and give your knowledge back to students? Was there a professor that maybe influenced you, or it was just something you kind of want to take on yourself?
I think it was more like I had a couple of instructors at my community college. I have an associate's degree in broadcast production before that, and they were really down to earth, good people, kind of want to pass on the knowledge, and that's kind of my mentality. Is I just want you guys, when you leave here, to be as prepared as possible to go to a TV station, go to a sports production crew, and be like, I know what to do. I know how to wrap cables. I know how to shoot. I know how to edit. I know how to punch up graphics. I know how to do whatever you need me to do. And so the people at my community college, they gave me an instructing job there, and I did voice acting instruction and media programming. So just a little bit of teaching background kind of made me, I really like the university atmosphere, that people are learning and they're getting something out of what you're telling them. And, the field can be very competitive. And so, people don't necessarily, want to work as easily with each other in a competitive setting as opposed to like a university. It's all about, who can you learn from and what can you get from them and how can you use it going forward. So I think that atmosphere is much more my style, my speed, than competitive. So.
I like that. So, the journalism department's been under fire a little bit by like these, outside, surveys and stuff. I mean, but it also seems like they're taking a lot of big strides. They added you and they brought in John. Do you think the journalism department's they're heading in the right direction and picking this thing back up? And getting in the right direction?
I think so. And I mean, honestly, to speak on that stuff, I don't really know what happened before.
Yeah.
I've only been here for a month and a half, 2 months. Yeah, I would say we're moving forward. I mean, that's all you can do in a situation like that. You can just move forward. You take the information that you've gotten, turn it into something that you can make positive and pass it along to the students again. I mean, it's all about you guys. It's all about making you guys, preparing you guys for the real world and what you're going to experience out there.
All right, Steve, that's a great answer. I think we're heading in the right direction as well. Thanks for stopping in today.
Of course, anytime.
Well, we'll now be taking a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Studio G will be right back.
As far as Studio G, at first it looks overwhelming, and at first it looks like it's a lot of work, but I'll tell you what, it's the most beneficial class I've had at UNLV to date, without a doubt. You get to not only develop stories and work on your interviewing skills, your editing skills, and your shooting skills from a camera perspective, you get to work on all the equipment that's in the studio. So you're working on audio, you're working on directing, tech directing, you get to produce your own show. You can take a 30-minute newscast and make it your own. And that's really cool about Studio G. Like I said, a lot of it seems overwhelming at first, but it is by far the best class I've taken at UNLV since I've been here.
You don't get to do an internship, you have to do an internship. It's one of the requirements for a journalism major. You have to do an internship before you can graduate.
Definitely having an internship as a requirement really helps push yourself out there and to just remind you that your graduation is coming up soon. You're going to have to need some work experience in your career. So it's really good to put yourself out there early on, and they tend to help students a lot more. So when you do a student internship, it really helps out a lot.
I really enjoy doing my show. I love all types of rock, and that's why I'm doing Rock Through the Decades. We play the 50s all the way to today's rock music or rock bands. I want them to get the appreciation of how much rock has changed over the years and how it's still really great. You can never kill rock. I mean, rock is like the way to be, the way to go. The name of my show is Rock Through the Decades, and I am Rockin' Gemini. You can listen to this on the Rebel HD2 network.
Welcome back to Studio G. Life after college is something that students dream about for years, but as it approaches, students feel like they're on an emotional roller coaster.
Dino Barris, and I'm a integrated marketing communications major.
My name's Lorena Palacios, and I am a journalism major.
I'm Isabel Reyes. I'm a journalism and media studies major on the IMC track.
I graduate this fall, December. I'm excited about not doing any more schoolwork and just going on with the next chapter in my life. I'm ready to just do new things.
The thing I'm looking most forward to after graduating is probably just going to grad school, because that's what I'm planning on next to. So that's the next plan. I want to go to Cal State Long Beach for their sports management. I do a lot of internships with a lot of all the big sports teams down there, so that's what I really want to do to get my foot through the door.
I'm excited about not doing any schoolwork anymore, all the tests, all the homework. I'm going to be done with that, so I'm really excited about that.
I literally don't have any will left to live. I'm done with school.
I graduate this spring. I'm only taking 2 classes, so it'll be a good semester. I am excited to get my career started. I'm going to go back to Los Angeles for a while until I can afford to move to New York, because that's my dream city.
Finding a job is going to be the scariest part because the market is so saturated. It's going to be difficult to find a job, but I have faith in myself.
I'm nervous about finding a job.
I don't think I'm really nervous about anything. I'm just really excited to be done. It's been a while. I'm 23, so I feel like I've been in school forever.
It's not finding a job that I'm worrying about, but finding a career that that I love. So that's what I'm scared about.
Whether you're excited or nervous about graduating, remember that you have accomplished something great, and that is worth celebrating.
Star Wars tickets have been on sale for just over a week now, and the new sequel of the iconic franchise is predicted to break a lot of box office records. Tickets went on sale last Monday for the upcoming Star Wars movie, and they nearly sold out immediately, exemplifying the excitement for its pending release.
it's going to be huge, but I think for everybody it is. You know, it's a classic movie. It's something we all grew up on. It's something that there's a lot of passion for. It's something that families can share with their younger generations. So the market is just for everybody. There's no limit to who wants to see this movie, and I think that's why it's so highly anticipated.
Fandango said that Star Wars The Force Awakens set a record for the most tickets sold on the first day available, by 8 times the original record held by The Hunger Games. And the movie even made over 6.5 million IMAX tickets already. Many theaters around the valley may already be sold out, but one local theater is doing something unique to combat the problem and give fans a chance to see the movie opening night.
One of the things we're most excited about is that we're going to be doing an overnight on opening night. So when the first show opens at 7 o'clock Thursday evening, we're going to go 24 hours all the way through until our midnight shows on Friday. We recognize that this is a show a lot of people want to see, and we want to be able to get as many people to get the opportunity to see it here with us as we can. We're going to have the building staff to make sure that we've got people ready to get them taken care of, get them in their theaters. We're going to make sure that we're able to get their theaters cleaned and get them seated like we would in a timely manner to always enjoy all of their shows, so that it's just like any other day. It just happens to be that they're watching the movie at 2 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning instead of 7 o'clock at night. Anybody that's been here has sat in our chairs. You know that you get back, you relax, you recline, you're actually enjoying it as if you were in your own living room. Obviously, we have additional food offerings over some other places, including, you know, edamame and a chicken sausage, and we've just recently added boneless wings, and we have the wine and the beer. We also have the highest technology. We are using the most up-to-date projectors, the most up-to-date sound. The theater that we're in right now actually has our Atmos sound system. I like to think of it as surround sound on steroids, but basically what it is submersive surround sound. So there's a little more in those offerings, but personally I'd like to believe that the reason that people come back here and want to enjoy things here is that we actually treat people like they're in our home. We're very proud to have them here, and we want them to go away feeling like they've had this amazing experience and they cannot wait to come back and see us again.
With tickets flying off the shelves, you might want to reserve your tickets now before its premiere on December 18th. From Studio G, I'm Kyle Root. To view ticket availability and reserve tickets at Galaxy Theaters, go to galaxytheaters.com. So yeah, I went on there the other night, tried to reserve tickets, and it's like almost completely filled. And it's at like 5 in the morning. It's wild.
I didn't even know that they were on sale yet.
Yeah.
That's like really disappointing.
Yeah, and it's so early, and they're already selling out. I mean, Galaxy might be the only option for people because they have 24 hours of straight movie, and it's almost booked up. So it's selling out pretty fast. So you might want to get on that if you want to see the opening night.
You can sleep tomorrow, the next day. It's fine. And people dress up. It's so fun to see everyone dress up.
I mean, yeah. I might even dress up myself.
Yeah,
we'll
you
see.
should dress up.
I'm gonna bring a little lightsaber out there. I'll be swinging it around, going nutty. And we'll see how it goes.
Well, that's all we have for you today. I'm Taylor Carter.
And I'm Kyle Root. Make sure to join us next time on Studio G. Well, see you later.